All right. Well, let's get rolling because it's late for some of us that need to get to bed, early for others like Yuri, who's got a work day ahead of him. But thank you all for joining us this evening. We're super stoked and also a little bit shocked that we will be heading to Breckenridge in quite literally a few days, and we're going to see you all in a couple more days from that. So really excited for all this, and appreciate you joining us this year. So, I mean, before we introduce ourselves, I think building the Stoke's way more fun than anything else. So I'm gonna do that.
You came here with questions. So many what ifs. But what if you hadn't challenged yourself? How would you have learned how strong you really are? Would you have believed how far you could go? How much progress you could make? If you hadn't pushed your doubts aside and said, bring it on. And what if you hadn't fallen down? Then you'd never know how much fun getting back up and trying again could be. Or at least it is when you're together with friends. All those questions and more were answered this week. So, now you know. You know you can do the hard things. And sometimes it's the hard things that turn out to be the very best things. United, we shred.
Awesome. So for those of you that didn't get to attend last year, that's a little recap, which is super exciting. But before we dive into sort of the nitty-gritty info here, I want to give everybody the chance on this page to introduce themselves because they're playing a very important role in what's to happen in the next week and a half. So I'm Dana Dodge. I think I've communicated with you all for a long time now, or it feels that way since August. Really excited to have you joining us. And I'm the member services manager here at Move United for Groups. But for the purposes of the next week and a half, I'm your Move United lead in the room. So if you have any questions about the event, I'm a good point person to go to. And I'm going to hand it over to Britt.
Thanks, Dana. Hi, everyone. Britt Derecha, Member Services Manager for Individuals. So the opposite end of Dana. I oversee VA scholarships and ambassadors, but on the admin side. So I will unfortunately not be joining you all at Ski Spec this year, but I know you will have an amazing time with everyone on site, and I look forward to hearing how it goes.
Bill, I think it's your turn.
Hi, everybody. It's Bill Snyder from Move United, Chief Financial Officer. I'll be back at Ski Spec this year after about a 4-year hiatus. And Britt will be handing the football off to me. So I'll be there working with our VA scholarships individuals and our ambassadors.
Awesome. Kathy.
Hi, I'm Kathy Chandler. With Yuri and Tracy and Dana, will be giving out lessons to everyone in the Learn to Ski room.
Awesome. Tracy.
Hi, everyone. Longtime volunteer. I will be doing whatever Dana, Yuri, and Kathy tell me to do in the Learn to Ski room.
And Yuri.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yuri Chmola, longtime lead instructor at Ski Spec. Really excited to be a part of this team and stay out of trouble with Kathy.
Not hard.
No, nope. And Yuri is our BOEC contact in the room. So for those of you that attended in the past, you met Yuri last year alongside Jeff, and now we get Yuri. And we're really excited to have him. So awesome. Okay, let's dive into the nitty-gritty. We are recording this session, so I will try to get this out to you before hopping on a plane later this week. But if you do have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat along the way. Britt's going to be kind of keeping tabs on them, and we'll make sure that we answer anything. We also feel free to email, call, whatever you need to do to get any other questions answered. So, all right, nitty-gritty. Before you go, I think Mark already asked about the app. You should definitely download the app. Highly encourage it. It's live now and going. So just so you're aware, your schedule is not, I take that back. Lead instructors, your schedule is not populated in the app. It's behind a paywall, so we can't do that. Assistant instructors, if you're taking academy courses alongside your teaching, you'll see the academy courses when you log into the app, but you will not see your teaching time. So if you guys have any questions about what your schedule looks like, reach out to me. You have told me. I've got that down on our schedule, so Kathy and Yuri can utilize you on those days. So keep that in mind when you log in. There's a lot of things in the app that you can kind of pull into your schedule that are happening before lesson times or during the lunch time, social events, things like that. So you can build out your schedule in the app. It's also, we'll talk about it later, a really important place to just get updates about what's happening. So appreciate if you could do that. Pack your layers and just take a quick look at your gear because for us on the East Coast, we've had a little bit of snow, even in Breckenridge, just a little bit of snow. So this might be the first time some of you are putting your equipment on. So just take a quick look because we definitely don't want to be dealing with, broken bindings and all the other issues that might come along with stuff before, hopefully not induced by travel, but take a look in all your personal gear. Pack your layers. We talk about the socials a little bit later on here, but we call it mountain casual, but we'll also talk about theme night too. So pack and wear what you're comfortable in. It's the dress code of your choice. How about that? And start hydrating because we know that altitude can be brutal. Britt, any questions before I keep going?
Nothing yet.
Okay. And Mark, I think you had asked about how to log out of the app. I will circle back with you once I play around in there and let you know how to do that with a different email address. Okay, so upon arrival, some of you are taking our transportation up the hill on Sunday. If you got me your flight information before that November 20th cutoff, you're on our list. You're going to meet us at door 502 West, level 5, near baggage claim 19. Bill's going to be waiting for you. So excited to see you at that door. And he's going to help you tag your equipment, your bags, and then get you on the right bus. If you've been on the bus with us before, it's an identical location to the past. So if you remember where that was, you're going to the same spot. There's going to be other athletes and military on the bus as well. Really, we're just going to pile you in as we have the space. There's 3 buses going up. So you might have to sit tight for a couple minutes if one bus is full. Just keep that in mind. Also, tag your luggage. It's going to meet you at the mountain. You should keep whatever you need on you for the next 2 to 3 hours on the bus because you're not going to have access to the stuff that's below the bus. So just keep that in mind. Sign the waivers on the bus ride up. I think most of you, because you've been through the registration process, already did this, but we will certainly let you know if you still need to do it. And keep drinking. We'll have snacks and water for you on the bus as well. Anything, Britt?
Not yet.
Okay. All right, so at Beaver Run, for those of you that attended last year, it's looking identical for the registration process. You'll get dropped at that back door, head down to registration, which is that first floor of conference rooms where we do the opening and closing banquet. It is a room full of people and stations and things, so make sure that you get everywhere you need to. Once you get in there, Kathy and I and Tracy are going to be likely in the far left corner. Stop by and see us. We'd love to just meet some of you in person, talk to a lot of you, but haven't met you in person yet. So great to do that. And then we can also talk about some lesson assignments or requests or any other things that you might have. If you did indicate that you needed lodging with me and you should have already received that via email, you are going to pick up your room keys in that space. There's going to be a lodging table for you to visit. I'm saying this for my good friend Tom Hall. I hope he's on and listening. Lodging. Tom's going to stop there first. I know it. And then that evening, I say evening, it's really the day is gonna mesh together by the time you get through the registration process and get checked into your location. It's going to be time for the volunteer training. So we will host that in the Learn to Ski and Snowboard room on the bottom floor at 6:30. It should take about an hour. I think you'll see most of the faces here in that room that evening. And just kind of go over some basic things that, the ski patrol will be there, the VA truck people will talk, all the people will be there to tell us about the event. So appreciate if you could be there. And you're also able to drop off your equipment at that time in the Learn to Ski and Snowboard room if you feel comfortable leaving it there. It's open throughout the day while lessons are running, but it does get locked up at night. So if you feel comfortable leaving skis and snowboards and boots in there, go for it. Just do it in a neat and tidy way. We would appreciate it. And also just keeping the room neat and tidy throughout the week would be lovely so that we don't have to pick up all the garbage all the time. Brett, any questions before I move on?
Nothing yet.
Oh man. All right, so daily expectations. Monday, we are starting a little bit earlier. We will have one of our military folks from BAMC will be doing PTSD and traumatic brain injury training with us Monday morning around 8 o'clock. And then we'll just do some light housekeeping items before we get rolling. The rest of the week, you can expect to be there at 8:30 with lessons running at 9 o'clock. So not a lot of time to go over stuff, get assignments, get ready, and get on the hill. But we think it's enough. If you want to be there earlier, it's great. I'm sure we'll be hanging in there doing final preparations for the day. If you are a lead instructor, somebody asked me what your schedule is. Your schedule is all day, every day. I know you're all thrilled about that. We are excited to have you. If you can plan to teach those morning and afternoon sessions and have all your gear ready to do that, for those of you that attended in the past, know that things change and pivot up until 5 minutes into the lesson, maybe even later. So have everything that you could possibly need to go on the hill at those times. It could be a long walk or bus ride to your lodging. So if you forget something, it's kind of a pain. Um, and Tracy makes us a beautiful rendition of our schedule to show to you all each morning. And that will be up on a projector screen on the instructor side of the room. We ask that don't crowd Kathy. She loves seeing you all. But it just seems like people just kind of follow Kathy around, which it's because you're so amazing, Kathy. But wait for us. We will make an announcement when your student arrives. So while you see your assignment on the screen, you can just hang tight. When they get there and they're ready to go, we will call your name. That kind of helps keep some of the chaos on the other side of the room down and keeps people moving in and out. So we would appreciate that. The student files are located at that front of the room. So when you see the screen, it'll be just to the right of that. You'll be able to read up a little bit about your students and their disability and any other information that we think might be important. If you have other questions, feel free to talk to any of us and we know a lot of the students between all of us, so we can probably give you a little bit more information if needed. Anything else, Kathy, Yuri, Tracy, on this? No? Any questions, Britt?
You finally got one, Dana.
Yes.
Are instructors typically with the same student all week?
This is a great question for Kathy.
Most likely. Most likely, unless something happens, unless it's not a good match, and that could be on your part or on somebody on their part. So if it's not a good match, I'll make changes. But in most cases, you'll be with the same student all week.
Yes, and for those of you that are new, we bring in, like Britt talked about, we've got about 17 VA scholarships coming in for this, which are all military. And then we have about 10 participants from Walter Reed and another 5 from BAMC. We meet with their therapists each evening just to do a check-in and see how things are going. And so those are also times where we would get feedback of like, yeah, we want to switch disciplines, or we want to snowboard instead, or need a new instructor. So we're constantly gathering that feedback, but also appreciate it from you all as well. All right. Anything else, Britt?
That's it for now.
All right. Daily expectations. I think we actually hit on a lot of this, but the discipline and student name will be up on the screen that Tracy makes the beautiful sheet for. Um, our hope is that everyone flies in a timely manner Sunday. There's no problems with buses getting to the mountain, any of that. And we're able to get everyone through the rental process, getting their Epic passes, all of that, so that we can get going early Monday mornings. There's a fairly good chance, because I don't think we've had success in the last 4 years with everyone getting through this process. Monday morning, we might need to do a little cleanup of that. Your student might need to still go get their skis. They might need to still get their EpiPass. So bear with us. We'll communicate that with you. Um, Military participants do get Epic passes through us, or they have their own already. Every other student, if they don't have their own pass, which they've let us know, we will have a ticket for them in the Learn to Ski room this year. So this is a little bit different than it's been in the past couple years. Bill is so excited to stand there and hand out tickets to you all day long and check your names off the list. So if you need it or your student needs it, we'll have you pick them up from Bill each day. No, unfortunately, we can't give you the 5 days ahead of time. They will get lost. We do not have enough extras to be losing tickets. Another piece, adaptive equipment. We're super stoked to have the VA equipment truck back again. Our military, any veteran in our program, whether they're through the hospitals or VA scholarship or they paid their way, can access equipment through the VA equipment truck. The only exception being ski bikes, because they do not carry them. So if your participant needs a ski bike, we will go through BOEC and Tyler, I think. Will he be working the? Okay, perfect. Tyler will be there. And all the paid participants who have gotten their adaptive equipment, which we can also let you know about, they will go through the BOEC. Yuri, this is your time to shine on the BOEC trailer and checkout process.
Dana, you beat me to it. Tyler and Austin Broccoli are the individuals who will have the sign out sheet. It's something where they're going to ask for a few more questions than you might have been used to in the past. But I promise you, none of them are asking these questions to make you pay for the equipment. It's to make sure that it's set up and brought up to speed for the following day. We are just looking to work as a team with you guys, and we're stoked to do it.
Great. Yes, please do not feel bad if you have to say, I'm so sorry, Yuri, Tyler, Austin. This piece of equipment had something broken on it. And we would actually really appreciate if you were super transparent and we can work with that. I know that sometimes people are like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble. It's not trouble. It just helps us set up for success for the next day. So, Kathy, anything to add on equipment?
No.
Huh, okay. Britt, do you have any questions?
Oh, you got a bunch here.
Oh, man.
It's your lucky night. So on the previous slide, you were mentioning VA scholarship, AMC, all of the hospitals. Your comment makes it sound like most, maybe all of the LTS students are veterans. They're not all veterans, but maybe Dana, do you want to just explain who some of the paid participants might be as well?
Yeah. Yeah. So the military folks that come in all get a half day lesson every day throughout the week. And there will be some cases where they will want more, and we might be able to accommodate that. Alongside that, we had 26 sessions in the morning and afternoon every single day that anybody could sign up and pay for. So um, I think all in all, we have about 120 participants attending. And it is give or take a 50-50 split between military and just paid participants from truly across the country that are flying out just to ski for the week and be a part of the event. So, no, not all military, but there is a pretty good portion.
Awesome, thank you. Kathleen Salas is sharing that they need to leave. They need to head back to Denver Friday morning to fly early Saturday for a family event. So they cannot teach on Friday this year. So Kathy, Tracy, Dana, for your records.
Kathleen, can you send that to me via email?
And then Laith, I have a request from my student from last year to ski with me again. When should I pass along that information to Kathy?
Now,
Anytime. Sooner than later.
Okay,
do it
Truman.
in the chat.
Okay, perfect. Truman, this is probably a larger question that has to be discussed and would not be able to happen this year, but I wonder if programs brought Tetra skis, if they would be able to be used in lessons.
We're going to talk about the
It,
Tetra ski. Yeah, but go ahead, Kath.
well, this year we will have two Tetra skis with us on Wednesday and Thursday, along with two of the trained instructors who will be going along with the ski. So if you have a student that you think um, might benefit from skiing with the Tetra ski, no, it's Wednesday and Thursday.
Yep, you got it. Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay, did I say that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Wednesday and Thursday that we will have the Tetra ski with us this year. And we will see how successful it is, how many people we can reach, and whether it's something that we need to be doing for the whole week.
Yeah,
Who knows?
absolutely. They are not reserved right now, so it truly is if you meet your student and you think it could be a good fit and they're interested, let us know as early as Monday when you go out in a lesson and we can start to figure out how to best leverage their time with us.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Anything else,
Yeah.
Brett?
Are items like tip tethers and tip connectors available from the BEOC? I think it's actually BOEC, but you get the gist.
Yes. Yuri, did you want to respond?
That's a Yuri.
Yes, yes, they are available.
Amazing. Lath would like to be with Jamie Bruce. That's the student who's being asked to be together. And then the next question for Kathy, when you have a chance, Mark would like to talk with you about Carmen's schedule. That's in the chat.
If what he needs to tell me is that Carmen is going to be skiing with the race camp in the afternoons all week. I already know that.
That is
And
indeed what
we
it
are
is.
all set with that. If that's what you needed to talk to me about. If it's something more, then there we go. Um,
Your mind reader. And then
uh,
lastly, oh, sorry, go ahead, Kathy.
and then I did see what was the other one? The next one. I do know that and I already have assigned Posey to ski with you, Becky. In the morning, Becky, you're going to also have a second instructor because she tells me she wants to sit down in the afternoon. That's direct between Posey and me. So you will have somebody else with you, so you won't have to tether.
Beautiful.
That is
Anything else,
everything
Brett?
for now.
Okay, perfect. All right. Daily expectations in the room. I don't think it's any surprise that we want you to take some lesson notes. We'd really appreciate it. Up in the filing cabinet, plastic container, we'll have blank lesson notes. We do keep those, I promise you, day after day and year after year, and frequently get asks for those lesson notes from Ski Spec when people are requesting equipment through grant funding and things like that. So please write notes. It's helpful. Even if you're with the same student all week, it's very helpful for us to have that. We also kind of double dosing you are super excited to have PSA offering us CEUs for your instructing hours this year again. You will, and we will go over this on Monday, so don't get too worried about it yet. It's in the app and it's live already, but there's a lesson reflection note link in the app. For each lesson that you teach, you'll need to fill out a reflection. If you're with the same student for a full day lesson, you're just going to mark for you were there for a full day lesson. You can just do one reflection note. If you had two different students, you'll do two notes for them. And you can earn up to 3 CEUs for each half day lesson. So for those of you that need CEUs this year, this week could really knock it out of the park for you. So we're super excited and appreciative that PSA is still able to offer this to us. And just a friendly reminder, please always meet your student in the LTS room and check in and check out with us each day. I know as you get to know them, it's easy to be like, yeah, let's meet outside Spencer's. Let's do this. We really want to be able to check in and just have a handle on where everyone is and are they out? Did they go out for a lesson? Didn't they? Can we reuse that instructor somewhere else? And we have your tickets, so you definitely need to come see us at some point during the day. Any questions, Brett?
Nope, you're good for now.
Perfect.
Can I just add one thing, Dana?
Absolutely.
For the military folks, you guys, if you do get partnered with them, they should be storing their gear downstairs in our room. They should not be storing it at the rental area. That's it.
Yes, and that brings up a good point, Trace. We do label the ski racks in case anyone was unaware, not on the instructor side, but on the student side. So if you're with BAMC or Walter Reed, you'll be able to know what rack they're at, which is also helpful. We also are going to try to show you where they are when we come get you and let them know that you're there. So keep that in mind. More than lessons, for those of you that haven't attended before, banquet dinners, we have socials in the evenings. They're a lot of fun. We are going to have a sled hockey session this year. If you're teaching a morning session, unfortunately, you're going to miss that, but it's a cool opportunity. So some of your students might want to try sled hockey that one morning instead. But we will ask for that early and reassign you as necessary. So take advantage of everything that's happening because it's a really cool event. Other important information, lead instructors, no surprise here, complimentary banquet tickets, the opening and closing ceremony. If you don't need them or want them, please let us know because I feel certain that we will sell out, so somebody else could use the ticket. And even if you just let us know at registration when you pick them up, we will reassign them. You'll receive your little meal voucher cards to help offset the cost of eating, quite frankly, while at Breckenridge. But it works like a credit card, so please do not lose it. We cannot replace it. Put it somewhere safe, and it will work anywhere within Beaver Run. You should have received a very lengthy email from me last week with a lot of information. Please reread it. It has a lot of really important links and instructions in there. It also has your housing assignment. If you think I missed you or misinterpreted your needs for lodging, please communicate with me sooner than later. I haven't heard from anyone, which is really exciting. That means I just nailed it. I'm just going to go with that. Nothing's going to go wrong. And yes, you will get your daily lift tickets picked up each day from us in the room, which that's been that way for a couple of years for the instructors. So no changes there. Brett, any questions?
Not yet.
Okay. Please report any incidents and accidents on hills to us as soon as possible. This is no different than anywhere else. We will give you the ski patrol number on that Sunday evening training session. Also, the alerts that will come through regarding any bombing that might be happening on Hill will come through the app. So another reason why it's important for you to download the app and turn on the notifications, because if you're mid-lesson, we won't be able to communicate, and frequently it doesn't come with an hour notice. It's like more like minutes. So you're going to need to rely on those notifications in case it could be something that's very alarming for your student. So your student might want to change lessons or extend, so just continue to chat with really Kathy and Yuri when you come in so we can kind of make adjustments as needed. And if we don't need you, which I can't imagine that happening, we're going to try our very best to send you up to the instructor academy sessions. They start a half hour later than us, so it makes it so it gives us a little wiggle room to send you upstairs and try to fit you in. That would be at no cost to you, and you'd be able to get the CEUs for attending that. Free skiing and snowboarding, we frequently get asked, especially with the military groups, can I just go ski on my own? I don't really need a lesson. That needs to be okayed by Kathy and Yuri, and it comes with your recommendation for your student. Do you think that they can ski? Do you not? Just let us know. And also the flip side, please check in with us before you go free skiing because we might need you to do something else, or somebody might come in 30 minutes or 60 minutes late that we might want to utilize you for. And super excited, we will have the seating support team that we had last year back in the room all week. So Kendra and Chad, and I think somebody else is coming as well. So we will be offering some seating appointments on Sunday evening for our paid participants with their own sit skis. And then each day in the morning, you can tap into any of the three of them in the room for any fitting support that you might need for your students. So please feel free to use them. They're not just for the military, they're for any participant that needs assistance. Anything to add there, Yuri, Tracy, Kathy? No. Britt, any questions?
Not yet.
All right. All right, Kathy. It's all you.
So, as we've done the last few years, we are trying to do a little bit of more collaboration with the academy. So we have three different ways that we will work with them and get their people down to see all that we do and realize how much education they get skiing with the students that we have. Anyways, so there's three different ways. I'm trying to go by what you're saying here.
It's all right.
So one thing is that we will do one-on-one. You may get an assist who comes down from the academy in one of your lessons, and we appreciate your realizing that that person is an assist, but also getting them as involved as you can with the lesson that you have. And then we have the it's hard to explain it the way it's written. Anyways, and then we have we're gonna put a mic onto you as an instructor, and do we put the mic on the students? I'm not sure if we do, but we do, and then a mic on a small group of academy students. They will have mics as well, and they will be able to hear everything that you're doing. They aren't going to be able to talk back to you and tell you that that was a terrible thing to do or whatever they want to say, or why did you do that? They won't be saying that during the lesson, but at the end of the lesson, there'll be a little bit of a recap between you and the small group. And they may have questions for you at that point. But it's not going to happen during the lesson. But everybody will be mic'd so they can hear you and everything that you're saying with your student. And then small class facilitated learning. As an instructor via lesson observation. That was that one. Active auditing. It's interesting. What's the third one?
I think just the group lesson.
Oh yeah, this one we only started it last year and did it a couple of times. And we will do it again a couple of times with sit-down lessons, mostly with sit-down lessons, I think it is. Anyways, that will be a lesson where everybody is in the equipment, and there is one person that is teaching it as a class lesson, basically. It's basically a class lesson. And those people who come down from the academy will be in the equipment as well as your student. And that's all. That's all that's in the equipment, right? I'm trying to remember it.
I think you got
Yeah.
it.
So anyways, that's going to be a class lesson and learning about how we can teach class lessons. I mean, we've been so accustomed to everything being one-on-one, or even two instructors on one student, all of the time that we've been doing this. And we really, there may be times back at your ski school where you need to do something as a class, and peers learn from each other, and everybody learns from each other and seeing what everybody else is doing. And so this is a way to try and get that kind of an experience for everybody involved. Um, and it should be a great thing that we do, trying to pull these two groups together, because for so long it was the group that's on the third floor, and then we are on the first floor, and near the two meet. And so we're trying to, try and pull everybody together as much as we can. So anyways, I'd love to have any feedback from people who get assigned to do this. And I will let you know, obviously, ahead of time, if you're one of those chosen few to do this, to do this. I'd love to hear your input.
I
So,
think we put it up on the screen last year. Does that sound familiar, Tracy? If you were like in a group or audit, I think we denoted it some way.
We did.
Okay,
mhm,
perfect.
we did. But I also I'll let people know ahead of time.
I was
Okay.
going to say, Kathy had numerous conversations prior to that, so it wasn't a surprise for anyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. And just a reminder, Academy students that are coming down to do these, if they need equipment, they will take that from, I'm questioning myself, the VA equipment truck. VA equipment truck. I'm going to keep saying that
Mhm,
out loud because that's who it's going through. There was some
mhm,
confusion last year because it gets really busy, especially with the group lesson, but that's where
mhm.
they're to pull their equipment from. So,
Right.
and our students are to get their equipment first before Academy folks are pulling equipment that way.
Mhm.
Priority is for them. Also, just going to call out some popular people here. Dave McLeasy, please don't leave your audits behind this year. Make sure that you've collected everybody that's supposed to be with you and for this experience, which there will be a representative from the academy, either Kayla or Erica will come downstairs in the hallway and be gathering them. So just to double check with them before you jet off on the snow.
We will do this year. We will do a better job of managing that piece of it, where our instructors will meet with the academy participants outside in the hall, as opposed to in the chaos that's going on inside.
Yes. And we have asked them to come down for morning meeting each day. So we should have a little extra time with them to acclimate to our room.
Which does bring up one thing for everyone on Monday. Please, please, please stay in your respective rooms. Let your students stay over here and stay over there because Monday is just a crazy, chaotic day. So the more you can work with us on that day in particular, the better off we'll all be. And Kathy won't yell
Mhm.
at me then.
Kathy doesn't yell. You know that?
No, just
Uh,
Kathy gets mad.
all right. Any questions, Britt?
Nothing yet.
All right. Well, I think we've hit mo the bulk of the content, although I'm sure we've missed some things. And if you're new to ski spec, I'm sure this all feels very overwhelming. If you're new to learn to ski or snowboard room, it probably feels overwhelming. But the good news is Sunday evening when you come down for the training, you'll get a sense of the room and where you're supposed to be. And it's great. I mean, I'm biased. I get to spend my time with Tracy and Kathy, so it's a great room to be in personally, I think. Um, so just a couple you know, questions that we typically hear from folks. Altitude sickness, yes, you should be concerned. That's what Bill Snyder says. Yes, absolutely. Just start hydrating now. It really affects everybody differently. It affects you differently last year to this year. You'll be out of breath walking up the stairs. You might not sleep that well, all the sorts of things. So they do have some medications out there. So if you are concerned, you could talk to your doctor about that. Quick turnaround this week, but that is an option. Um, Assists or leads who might have guests coming with them to the event. If you are interested in purchasing additional banquet tickets, let us know sooner than later because we will sell out. So I'd say don't wait till registration if you know you want them. I know a couple of you have already reached out, but if you haven't, let me know. Aware of changes for the event. We talked about this. The app is really the best place for that. We're going to do a meeting each morning with you, and what we know for the day, we will definitely communicate out with you. But there are going to be some last minute changes and pivots that we need to make, or blasting warnings, things like that. So please do download the app and make sure you turn on your notifications so that you don't miss those. Can you get into town from Beaver Run? Absolutely. There's a free bus line. Britt, if you have the link to drop in the chat, that's great. If not, it's also in that email I sent you guys. Please do that. It's a great way to get around. Parking is not great there. It's no surprise. If you're worried about the parking situation, please reach out to me sooner than later so we can figure that out. We do not get that many parking passes, so it's nice for us to have a plan before you get there. Anything else? Hot questions that you guys typically hear, Kathy, Tracy, Bill?
Did I hear from Leigh, who his student was last year? I mean, I can look it up.
Jamie Bruce.
What was it? Jamie Bruce?
Jamie Bruce. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Britt, any questions in the chat?
Nothing yet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see one. It just popped up. How do you make instructor and student matches, Kathy? Tell us your magic.
What was that?
Anna wants to know how we match our students to instructors.
Um, there's kind of a lot of information that I do. These are some of the sheets I use. These are all the instructors. You tell me what you tell me in your registration what you prefer to teach, and I try to make that happen. I try my best to make that happen. And then I find out who the students are and how much they weigh and and how they ski. And it's just a I just do it.
It just happens and it works
It
out
just
every year.
happens. And then any holes I have, I give to Yuri. And then Yuri, then it's in Yuri's hands.
I get the fun stuff.
So to
Yeah.
be fair, just if that must have come from someone who's fairly new, but we really do a good job getting the right people with the right people from personality and lesson and everything else. So you kind of have to trust us
Most of the time.
most of the time.
90%, 95%,
98%, 98%.
98%. There you go.
Oh, awesome. Here's the app page again in case you guys want to scan that bad boy. You'll have lots of more opportunities. I think you got another email today with this in it. And you'll probably get it on the bus again too, but poke around in there just because it's a cool way to see what's happening through the whole week. If you're coming from a program, there's opportunities to engage with us through coffee hours in the morning. We're also hosting an insurance program with our brokers if your program's on the insurance program on Monday afternoon. So there's lots of other things. And there's also evening sessions that you can earn CEUs to attend as well, which are just indoor speaking engagement pieces. So there really is just too many good things to attend and go to at Ski Spec, and it's really hard to choose. So take a peruse now before you have to choose on the spot.
Questions.
Yes, I asked about you, Andrew. I said, is he any good? You got all positive comments, Andrew.
Well, Andrew brings up a great point, though. We get a ton of applicants to come to Ski Spec every year, and it's becoming more and more challenging to select instructors. So it is super important to us to have some solid people to ask. You shouldn't be offended that we call and ask questions about you. It's your reference
Well,
check.
yes, it's if I don't know someone, I may ask their program director or somebody at their program, about their strengths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they're all very honest. They tell us all the good things.
Of course.
But yeah, it's getting increasingly larger and larger pool of applicants every year, which is really exciting, and we're happy to see it. We also have a lot of long-term instructors, but just know that year over year, we do require an application. So if you're ever concerned about if you're still a good fit, reach out, talk to us on site, things like that. Um, I think maybe the most important piece, which I hope you guys read my email to find out that it's ugly sweater theme this year for the theme party. These are all Christmas sweaters, but it's not, it doesn't have to be Christmas themed. It just needs to be an ugly sweater. So I hope you guys have some time to go thrifting and find something good for the party. And lastly, all of our contact information, which I'm pretty sure everyone's got my email at the very least. And you will be on site with us, and our phone numbers will easily be accessed on your credentials. But we're here to help. So truly don't feel bad about asking any questions. It is a very condensed, wild week of ski lessons, and it can be overwhelming and hard to understand. But generally speaking, I think everyone's just really excited to be there. It's a fun event, and everyone's willing to help. So I know there's lots of people on this call that have come for many, many years and would be happy to share their experiences. And I think they are mostly positive. So, um, any other questions, Britt?
That is it so far.
Oh man. Well, I'm out
Good
of
job, Dana.
content.
Good job.
My work is officially done. I'll just be there. Well, if you guys do have questions, feel free. We're happy to unmute you too. I know we're in webinar style here, but happy to answer questions. And if you do have concerns about matchups or discipline that you want to do, please just drop an email. I'll make sure Kathy sees it. I know we got some good ones this year, like people preparing for their level twos that wanted a little more experience with X, Y, or Z. So those are all really good things for us to know ahead of time.
Mark Strauss, you will be with Posey in the afternoons.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, you guys can have a few minutes back in your day. We appreciate you. Safe travels. Can't wait to see you all hopefully Sunday afternoon, evening. And get pumped. It's going to be a great week.